Hi everyone, thank you for showing up at the 3S Yoga YouTube channel. We're really happy to have you. My name is Nadeya and this is Kat. She's going to be doing the workout with us. We are going to really power through your booty today. Just so you know, this workout might be a little difficult. So the first half is going to be, we're going to do the right leg and then the left leg, and then the second half again is the right leg and then the left leg. So if you want to piece this out into different days, feel free to do so. Don't be hard on yourself if you decide to only do half. You will be growing the glutes. Coming over into all fours. Your knees are underneath your hips. First, press into your forearms so you're not dropping down into your shoulders. You're lifting out of your shoulders. And then you want to pull your belly in to keep your low back supported. So you don't want to drop it down so you get into your low back and you'll get pain that way. So pull the belly in and lift up out of your shoulders as well. You're ready? Here we go. The right leg is going to press up to the sky, trying to keep it at a 90-degree angle. Tap it down and lift it up, pressing through the heel so you can feel where the glute and hamstring start to engage at the top. Easy breezy. And now you're going to hold it at the top. Take little tiny pulses, really engaging the glute and pressing through the heel. And pause. Take the foot towards the butt, keeping the knee in line with the hip, and then straighten it out. Bringing it in and pressing it out. Holding the low belly in towards the spine. 9 and 10. Keeping it out and giving little pulses, pressing up through the back of the heel. Pausing here, keep the leg straight, and you're just going to squeeze it over towards the left and back towards the center. Still pulling your belly in, still pressing into the mat with the forearms. And then bending the knee, we're going to do that same movement with the bent leg, squeezing it in and out. And as you're squeezing the right leg to the left, you're also squeezing the left inner thigh to the right. Pausing here, you're going to take the right knee to the outside of the left calf and then press it up. Crossing it over, pressing up through the heel. Pausing with the straight leg, straightening the leg out, and take little itty bitty circles with the right foot, small like a quarter. And switch directions, really focusing on pulling the belly in. Great work. And now you're going to take bigger circles, the size of a beach ball, trying to keep the hips neutral and the weight in the center. Instead of flopping over towards the left, try to keep the weight neutral and switch directions. Okay, bend the knee out towards the right armpit and then tap the knee down to the mat and lift it up like you're on a fire hydrant and you're a puppy. And then hold it at the top, little pulses, trying to keep the weight central and not moving over too much to the left. And then straighten the leg out to the side, tap the toe, and lift it up for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring the knees back together. Take a little child's pose. Let yourself sway. And then come back to the center. I'm going to face the other direction so you can see the outside leg coming into all fours, pressing into the forearms so you're not dropping into the shoulders. Pull the belly in towards the low back. Left heel lifts up at a 90-degree angle, tapping it down. And holding it at the top for little pulses. Pausing here, bring the foot towards the glute and then straighten it out. Straightening out the leg, tap the toes down and up. Holding at the top, little pulses. It looks like I'm kicking Cat in the head. Pressing up through the heel. Pausing here, you're going to keep the foot hip height. You're pulling the belly in and you're crossing the foot over towards the right and back towards the middle. Try to keep the hip neutral and not splaying out over towards the right, staying in the middle. Letting the right thigh squeeze back as the left thigh moves in. Bending the knee, keeping the same movement, belly's pulling in, squeezing it over and out. You're doing a great job. Kat, are you doing okay? Mm-hmm. She's doing okay, great. And then keep it neutral. Now you're gonna take the left knee and cross it over the right calf and press it up. Press up through the heel. Lengthen it up, straighten out the leg. With the heel, you're drawing little circles, trying to keep the leg hip height so you can feel where the glute and the hamstring meet. And switch directions. Make bigger circles. Really pull the belly towards the spine. The circles are always get ya. Switch directions. And then bring the knee over to the side, tap the knee down, and lift it up. Fire hydrants. Hold it up at the top, little pulses. Straighten out the leg, tap it down, and lift it up. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Great work. Moving back to a child's pose. I like wide knees, but you can have your knees together as well. Take a moment to rest. Coming up on all fours, you're going to be laying on your right side, or I encourage you to do the opposite side of the side you just did. Okay, so you're going to bring your knees forward and your heels are in line with your tailbone. You can have your head up or down, it doesn't matter. You're going to use your right hand to help support you, trying to keep the hips stacked on top of each other and pull the low belly in. First, you're just going to lift the right leg up to about hip height and then tap it down. So the knee's bent, you're just lifting it up and down, not too far. Okay, then we're gonna add on. You're gonna lift up and then straighten the leg forward, bend it back, drop it down. Straightening out, bending it, tapping it down. You're doing great. Lifting it up, straightening it out, bending it again, and tap it down. Keeping the feet together, you're gonna lift the right leg up and then bring it down. These are called clams. Try to squeeze the booty as you get to the top, pulling the low belly in. Then we're gonna add on. We're gonna lift it up and tap the toes away, bring the toes together and drop it down. Lifting, away, toes together and down. Do you guys feel your booty yet? No. Cat does. I don't, just kidding. I do. One more, just like this. Okay, are you ready for the next move? You're gonna lift your toes up. I call this mermaid pose. And then you're gonna lift the top foot, mermaid to clam, and down. Lifting and lowering, keeping the toes together, like squeezing the glute as you get to the top. Holding it at the top for a moment, we're gonna add on. Bringing it down, lifting it up, pulling away, tapping, and down. Toes together, kick it away, toes together, knees together. Perfect. You guys were made for this. That's 10. So go ahead and bring the knees down. You're gonna press the right heel away from you to lengthen out the right leg, and you're gonna lift and lower. So imagine lifting with the heel and tapping down with the toes. But then the second thing I want you to think about is letting the heel pull away from you like it's drawing on a wall. So you're trying to keep it pulling away. And then hold it at the top. Take little pulses with the heel. And then come halfway down and all the way up. Halfway down, all the way up. Hold it halfway down, little pulses. Okay, hold it here. Take little itty bitty circles in one direction, letting the heel pull away from you. Switch directions. It hurts so bad, it makes me giggle. And then make bigger circles, beach ball size. I don't know the size of your beach ball. It just depends on how you beach. And then switch directions. And if you've never been to the beach, I encourage it. It's a fun little place. And then bring the knees back together, lifting it up and down. So that might not have hurt to start, but it should hurt now. And then lowering it and adding on. Lifting up, straighten the leg, bend it and down. Lift, straight, bend and down. Seven, 8, 9, and 10. Awesome. Taking the hand, you can kind of hit the glute if you want. It feels nice. Okay. We have another side. Lucky us.
That was intense.
She said it was intense, if you couldn't hear her. Okay, so bringing the knees forward, heels in line with your tailbone, top hand supports you, low belly pulls in, just little lifts up to hip height. See, feels easy. Hold at the top. We're going to be adding on lower, lift, straighten together. Lifting, straightening, bending together. Lift, straight, bend together. Great. Eight, 9, and 10. Bring the feet together. You're just going to lift the knee and bring it down. Adding it on with the kick, lifting up, kicking away. Five, 6, 7, I love you, 8, you're doing great, 9, and 10. Bring the knees together, lift the toes up, lifting and lowering. adding on, lifting, kicking, and together. Kicking, toes together, knees together. Lift, kick, toes together, knees together. Is this side harder? 9 and 10. Bring the knees down and the feet down just a second, and then straightening out the top leg, lifting with the heel and tapping down with the toes. Pulling the heel away from you so it's like it's drawing on a chalkboard without the noise. Holding at the top, take little pulses, pressing with the heel. And then halfway down, all the way up. And then little pulses halfway. All the way down and halfway up. Holding it here, taking little circles in one direction, those teeny tiny circles as the heel pulls away from you. And then switch directions. Take bigger circles. And switch directions. Great, bring the knees together, just lifting it up to the hips and down. And you're going to lift and straighten, bend together. This is going to be the last thing. You're doing great. Cat's doing great. You're doing great. Goes without saying, I'm doing great. We're all doing great. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Great work. Your butt champions. Hitting it out. That feels better than it should. Great. You're going to press on up to a seated position. Come over onto your butt. Let your hands face behind you. We're just going to stretch here. Don't be scared. Your legs can be as far away from you as they need to be to get started, or close up. You can take your right leg over your left thigh, flex the foot, and then press the knee away from you. Press that knee at me, cat. So your right knee is pressing down towards your left ankle. If you feel enough of a stretch here, then stay right here. If you don't, you can move your foot closer to your butt, or you can move the hands closer. The other option is to lift up through the chest, so you're not dropping back at your hands, you're lifting up and press the knee away. Slowly breathing. And slow release, straightening the legs out in front of you. Inhale as the hands lift, and then bring the hands to the shins. We're going to try to keep a flat back here, so instead of curling in, you're trying to lift up through the chest, toes point towards you. The straighter your back is, the deeper the hamstring stretch will be. You have the option to bring it more forward, but the goal is to have a flat back. Making your way back to center, taking the hands behind you. Take the left ankle over the right thigh. Flex the left foot. Move the left knee towards the right foot. Press into the hands to lift up through the chest. And then you decide what you need. You can scoot your foot towards you, your hands towards you. Whatever's clever. You might not be able to move as far as normal if you do the stretch normally because your butt might be tight. Slow the breath. Straightening out the legs. This time I'm going to let you curl your back, so inhale up. And exhale, let your spine curl to get into the low back. I love a good sway here, or you can find stillness. You also have the option as you inhale to move the head towards the feet, and as you exhale to lower the chest towards the legs, inhaling forward and exhaling, deepening. Or just let yourself curl and be cozy. Walk the hands back up. We're going to take a little butterfly pose, and then I'm going to go let you live your life. Letting the knees drop out to the sides. It's up to you. Your feet can be close or they can be far away. Lifting up through the chest, walking the hands forward. First, keep a straight spine like we did before. Let the chest pull forward and then gently rock side to side. Letting the chest pull forward as you come through the center. Getting a little bit deeper. Are you grabbing the grass? I'm grabbing the grass for support. And then come to the middle, let the chest pull forward a little bit more, lengthening through the chest. And then you can let the hands walk forward, let the head drop down. And again, you can choose to sway if you like, and you can let the chest pull forward through the center even while you're down low. It just gets deeper into the bum. And find a space of stillness to slowly breathe. Relax the toes, relax the inner thighs and the jaw, opening up the forehead. Walking the hands back up, bringing your hands into a prayer to your forehead for the right thoughts, to your mouth for the right words, to your heart for the right actions. Thank you guys for working your glutes with us today. It's a pleasure to have you and to lead you. Please feel free to subscribe, tell your friends, and donate if you choose. Namaste.